Hopefully. Huh. Catherine is now Catherine. I gotta fix that. Okay.
Oh, I can do that.
You got the thingy?
Yeah, I've had it for a while.
Okay, good. Where was I? Right. Oh shit, wrong button. Hi, people. As people can tell,
Hello.
I am ghettoing the shit out of something right now at the moment, because I be like that.
That's fine.
Also because we don't have all our players yet. Or at least a good majority
What?
of them. Actually, no, we do have like a good majority. It's just,
We're missing like one person, I said.
we're actually missing technically 3, but I know
Oh yeah.
one of them can tend to not show up from time to time, which is okay. And the other 2?
Uh,
I'm blind. We just missing... I'm blind.
I'm missing
we're
Two.
missing
I'm
X, and we're missing.
Now we're missing.
Okay, so we're only missing one person.
Cool.
I tried to join the VC by clicking. It put me into a different VC in a different server entirely.
What in the fuck?
Oh my god.
Alright. My ghetto engineering
Oh.
skills.
Let's go.
Ugh. I'm almost done.
Is that what? Oh, my order's been delivered. I'll be back.
Oh, that old dude there. Oh, you piece of shit. Come here. I swear to God.
You're not annoyed, now. Why are you annoyed?
Now the pipes are fighting back. And I know why they're fighting back. It's the wrong size. Fuck. Okay, now I gotta flip the damn thing. Huh. I look like a fucking gymnast right now for how much metal pipes is going everywhere. Y'all motherfucker. You get in first. God, if my mom came into my room right now, she'd be questioning my fucking ability to be this stupid. When she could have probably done it in
They're
5
not
seconds.
doing that already?
Wait, what?
They're not doing that already?
Listen, I'm stupid.
And your point
Do you
being?
need? Do you need a second?
Give me like 2 minutes, maybe 3. Oh, I'm sweating. Holy shit. I'm almost done at least. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I literally forgot a pipe. Mother! Grr, okay. No, not you. Where are you?
I should probably stop playing Baltic at this point.
Hey. So I realized I forgot a part. I was wondering why these were going down so quickly. That's because I forgot to put the other pipe in line that makes it as high as I want. I'm gonna die gloriously, but I'm gonna work on it because I'm a stubborn shit. Oh yeah,
We
Um,
knew that part already.
I did forget to mention, because Brock, I know I did talk to you about this a little bit. Brock, you can hear me?
They're muted right now.
Ah, fuck me.
Bro is just yapping. What is he talking about?
Trying to talk to you.
Yeah, right.
Listen, I'm about to take out trash. If you need something from me, it's gotta be now.
What I was trying to mention is, remember how I went to Boston to basically help my mom with surgery, essentially?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so thankfully, it wasn't really that serious. So, what she actually. It's because I know a lot of people were worried. Because we ended up having to go earlier than expected. And then my sister was also in Boston because there was a panda festival. So she got me tickets while someone else drove her home. So yeah, we're all okay. Nothing crazy.
Thank fuck.
All she needed was to see how bad one of her tendons was. She is okay. Nothing crazy. She can walk and all that shit. They just had to basically see the stitch work and see how bad one of her wounds was healing up. Thankfully, it made a full recovery, and she only had to do a small thing for it. And I ended up joining with my sister to Boston because the Panda Festival. Because she was like, I needed to de-stress after worrying about my mother. Which is fair. I am a worried word. I will not deny that part.
Was Panda Festival before or after?
After everything, essentially. But I was pretty much already stuck in Boston. Because I had no car to get from point A to point B.
Like the way you made it sound like your sister was away partying while your mother was in the hospital.
Yeah, but apparently she knew about how the fucking surgery was gonna go, and I had no fucking clue, so. Thank me, I guess. Fuck me in particular. But you know what? I don't care at this point. Because.
Yeah. No, I need to shut myself up before I say something completely foul about getting banned. So all I'm gonna say is, everyone, to celebrate Night Sound's mother being okay, you should like and subscribe, ring on the notification bell.
Oh god.
But yeah. The interesting thing was, one of her friends canceled on her, so I ended up taking her ticket.
Oh, how the universe plays in ways that we don't understand.
Welcome to my world.
Also, are you alright over there? It sounds like you're on Mount Everest.
I'm away from my mic because I'm setting up a anti-soundproofing room, ghetto style, by using a coat hanger.
Did Maz just say by using a coat hanger?
Yes. And I'm going to show pictures. No worries. It's just, this is ghetto as fuck.
I mean, if it works, it works. I've seen sound designers muffle their sounds by putting a blanket over their mouth.
I've seen sound designers use egg cartons to soundproof a room.
Yeah. Alright, let's pull
Oh
up.
yeah, we're having trauma this session, right?
Yeah!
Yeah. Two people in particular having the trauma, and my boy's not going to be the same. He's not going to be the same.
You thought I was gonna be light on you?
No, I didn't expect it so soon. I'm just so used to us taking 50 billion years to complete one boss.
Well, too bad,
Well,
Yeah, me
I think
too.
a full session almost. So it checks out.
I'm happy that we did this efficiently. I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm happy that we brushed with death and not the struggle.
Exactly. A brush of death is always good.
I just didn't like the fact that my rolls were getting so shit, and that I took my frustrations out on the bird vocally.
So,
Honestly, that
Brock, I have a bad curse of very most of the time rolling low. So That's why I like having people do save rolls, because I don't have to roll. I just have to hope they roll bad, and that's what I'm good at.
Hey, I'm
My
testing
brother.
something. Can you guys hear
My brother,
me?
Uh-huh.
you sound far away, very, very far away.
Okay. How do I sound now?
You sound
The same.
a little low.
Fuck.
Also,
what's this?
Brock, why are you like sharing your camera?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. What about staring eggs?
Throwing eggs?
It's very blurry to see anything, I'll be honest.
Alright, last
Wait.
piece to
Is
this
that camera on? Oh,
Yeah, your camera's on.
There you go.
my code pressed the button. That's my bad.
Give me a second.
Okay. I'm gonna take a picture,
Bunny,
and
no.
we can get started with session. Where's my phone?
Bunny, no. But Bunny, no, Bunny, no. No, Bunny. No. Stop that. No. No. Stop that. I got a new fan. My cat is playing with it right. Just trying to play with it right now.
Alright, I'm coming back. Ow, my toe. Alright. Alrighty. I'm about to send pictures in a few seconds. I'm just gonna close this up a bit. Damn. Kinda looks depressing, but, oh, fuck me. That took a hot minute. I didn't even realize how ghettoed you guys were for a second. Let me fix you guys, too. Since, last time we... Lornoff. Where's Lornoff? Here they are. Okay.
Good.
Alright. Sorry about the shenanigans. I was basically in the middle of making a semi-soundproofing area. It's not the best, but I did it.
I'm proud of you, okay?
I'm definitely gonna need more shit, but otherwise, I'm here. As people can see.
You know, that's a big one.
So what happened was, I have this thing where, I got 2-for-1 Dale, and I thought my family needed 2 of these. They needed 1, so this thing was just kind of collecting dust, and I'm thinking, alright, you know what? I'm just gonna take the other one. I don't know what I'm gonna need it for. I'll figure it out along the lines. And, well, here we are. It's gonna suck if I need to go to the bathroom, but...
Yeah, it's from food too.
I mean, I have one recommendation if it'll help. Just don't drink as much water.
Why did you say that? And Rosie's immediately telling me to drink. Rosie!
Ooh, yikes. Bad timing, I guess.
Rosie's really testing out my craftsmanship over here. By the way, thank you for the hydrate, Rosie. God bless you. I'll also show as well. Where is my photos? Let's just quickly show this off. All right,
Yeah, that's about That's about the best comfort any homeless man would ever ask for.
So as you can see, I ghettoed essentially a makeshift sound room to prevent other people from hearing me. I don't know how effective this is, but I can tell I can hear a difference a little bit. I can't tell how much of a difference, but I can hear something.
How thick is it? Like, how thick are we talking about?
It's made of one blanket and then one bed blanket, which is a pillowy blanket that covers the bed. It's technically double-sided because the blanket is a big blanket.
Alright, well, if there's no openings and whatnot, you should be fine talking like a normal decibel reading.
I mean, I have no idea because there are technically openings. It's as close as it's gonna get without me basically blockading everything else.
Well, time to test it out.
Yay. Also, I think it's as backed up as it could. Yep, if I move this chair, I'm moving the entire thing with it. Okay, good to know.
You know what? I remember. I forgot to get you your birthday present last year.
I'm worried not that you say that.
If in context, if I know if I know where you are and I know your birthday, I'm giving you I'm getting you something expensive.
Please don't.
You said you need soundproofing, right?
Well, or at least the bars to make a soundproof room. Because I kind of have this, which is okay for now.
Okay. I don't like okay. I don't like the word okay. Needs to be perfect.
But yeah, let's get into the der since I took a minute basically assembling this abomination.
French approved.
French
Yep.
approved. Oh,
French
God.
approved? Okay. Okay. That if it's French approved, then it's good.
Okay, so where we did leave off last time, after you all basically sort of got your way to the top and just overall just killed the recent monarch after hog tying it, and 2 of your people going through PTSD. Y'all sort of just have now 2 people kind of strapped to the vehicle, and you're kind of 2 people in the vehicle who are both passed out. As you guys are now traveling along words to basically get to, well, the next destination, which is to get the fuck out of here. As you are seeing animals left and right, basically forgetting that they can fucking fly. As they are trying.
Carrying the monarch, right?
Yeah, you would think that would bother them, right? No. To them, the monarch died, meaning, hey, free game.
I don't know.
Ah, so they just care about the crown, not the actual monarch. That's fucked up.
I mean, whoever gets the crown becomes the next monarch. Well, we care about the one that just died.
Is it really that fucked up? Because it makes a lot of sense to me.
And
I mean, yeah.
Remember, these are animals. They don't give a shit about their monarch.
True, and we technically now have a huge source of fried food now. Can't call it chicken quite yet.
But, yeah, what was I gonna say? Right. As you all are basically just sort of getting your bearings after a while. You see that both Zephyra, not Zephyra. No, it is Zephyra. I'm stupid. Zephyra and Brock are essentially waking up. It took them an entire, best way to put it, 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are kind of parked up somewhere to, recover, essentially.
I would get up because the weird thing with me is that I don't kind of like sleep, but I would have been in shock after learning everything, but I would focus my priority on getting everybody home, so I would charge the cart as soon as I awaken.
And Rock has been full on.
Well, you guys are waking up. Up to you on how you doing this.
Mm.
Mm.
Is everybody all right? Other than would anybody remember anything other than I guess me and Brock?
Yeah. We did what we needed to. We tied the old monarch up, and yeah, you guys were just passed out.
Yeah. We haven't reached a safe place yet, but we are mostly fine.
Yeah.
I would look at them in silence and just kind of nod in their direction as I would just set up everything pretty much for the continued travel back to the hub.
All right. All right. So now we can finally get off this mountain. Or yeah, mountain.
And I'm like 2 levels away from using teleport. Will make life so much easier.
I suppose I can get an explanation for what happened, probably back at camp.
Probably,
we can
yeah.
do so now. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, all right. Let's get off this damn. As I stated, I will get off this mountain. I don't feel like seeing what happens.
I would go into the driver's seat of the car.
I think I'm driving this time.
But
Yeah, you need rest.
Yeah, get your rest.
I'm fine. I only need 6 hours. I'm good. I don't even sleep. Feels like something
don't
fell
have to-
on me though.
You don't have to let others help
Ye-
you, do you?
Yeah, something did fall on you.
This fucking.
Yeah, something fall on you. Something big.
Yeah.
I point at the old monarch.
Galthea just gives a nod.
Looks Looks like everything does a poor job of killing me then.
Yep. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bold. It was a pretty poor job.
Give it a best shot.
I just I just make an L sign and say loser. Also, yeah, no, that's why I'm taking the seat. I'm taking the driving seat.
I would look at the Monarch in disappointment as I would just sit in the passenger side of the cart to let Lawrence take the seat.
Let Lawrence take the wheel.
Anyone who's in the back with Brock, who's currently curled up, he was one hair away from about to yelling at the both of them up front before she curls back up. The bear is not in a particularly good mood.
He's not in a particularly good mood. Yeah, let's get on gold. Let's get on gold. Let's get on gold. I just saw Brock's fangs. Oh, nope. Night.
Yeah.
We ready?
You ready to try to continue forward? Or
Yeah.
so I'm guessing Brock and Zephyr are just gonna try to stay quiet about what happened to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruno.
Fair enough.
Did Hopcat just like slide over to like Bog and like poke him a little?
Fucking poke the bear.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Just looks over at you.
Are you alright?
Gives an expression of, what do you fucking think? And he just curls back up.
Well,
So-
I guess you can answer.
The silence speaks volumes. He is not fine.
He is not fine at all.
You know, I'm just gonna keep bothering you until you tell me you know that, right?
Enjoy your ignorance while you can.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can, even if I wanted to. So, are you gonna talk about it? I'm gonna have to keep pestering you until you eventually crack.
Say this as much as possible.
Hmm?
Hello.
It was hard to hear you, I'll be honest.
He said, I'm gonna say this as nice as possible. Leave me alone.
Do you truly want to be alone with your thoughts after whatever you went through? Just silence?
Just silence.
Just silence.
I'm gonna just not gonna leave his side. Not gonna say anything, he's just not gonna leave yet.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and roll a D100 for to see. Well, since there's two navigators, aka Lawrence.
Yeah.
88 and 32. So one's kind of dull.
like you won't really gain anything from this.
So
It-
we
it's
forgot
just-
to do this.
It's just kind of existing. The other one, on the other hand, it's the best way to put it. Kind of a delay. Truthfully told, the first one is probably the delay. The boring option is probably your best one, because the other one will just delay you for no reason.
I'm taking the Borg option. I'm getting the fuck out of. I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. Anyone here doesn't agree?
No, I agree
Cool.
with you.
You're
I think
the
that's fine.
yay, getting the fuck out of Dodge. Let's go.
So while you all are basically in the middle of leaving, something interesting passes by, as you guys are basically all seeing the best way to put it. All the hells that are kind of like passing by, all the creatures that are trying to like go for the crown, essentially.
Mhm.
And it's interesting too because some of these creatures you haven't properly encountered yet. Like
New creatures.
one in particular creature you see as you pass by is what looks to be similar to that of a normal kind of owl, until you see its neck kind of extend outwards. And then suddenly it goes from a regular looking owl to what looks to be like... Well, has anyone seen those serpents from, like, Greek myth that basically have a fake face before they turn around and that's their actual face?
Yeah.
Ah.
What type of
Was it-
horror?
Oh wait.
Oh,
That sounds about right.
Oh, okay.
I think the best way to put it is because some of these you just haven't seen prior. Oh, let me get the image out. I think I have it here.
We stumbled across Wan Shi Tong on our way home. Jesus fucking Christ.
yep.
Let's see. I think I have it here somewhere. Give me a second.
I'd say, yeah, that one separate from Avatar, right?
Yep.
It's pretty similar to that, yeah. I won't lie to you. Actually, I might as well pull that because I can. I might as well pull that one out because it's actually on point to what I'm trying to describe.
That's why I brought it up. Like, he even has the fake face on his back. Well, on the back of his head.
Try not to find a copyright strike based image. Because God hates me sometimes. This works.
It's okay. It's okay.
Alright, so let's see. Back to here, and then Hunter's Paradise, Monsters. Let's go ahead and put it in for you guys. I have like so many monsters, and I'm so glad I can start getting rid of some since I already have a lot of them saved. And there you guys go. Here's for those at home. Basically
I am
that.
at home.
You can tell.
Yes. Sorry, continue.
Yes, the very large owl that has an extendable nick.
That won't be in my nightmares. Mm-hmm. Yeah, gosh. Is it weird? I kind of want to pet it now.
I have some questionable choices that I want to say to that.
I want to be its friend.
Birds are friends. And food.
No. Yeah. Tasty food, especially when
For real?
fried. I feel like ordering fried chicken now. Might do that.
But yeah. That's interesting because the thing about that creature is, as you guys are passing by, it sees other creatures around trying to, like, surpass it, and it's basically clawing at their wings before they can remember they could fly. The bird is taking
Oh.
advantage of the dumbass birds who know they can fly but choose not to yet.
Oh no.
Oh my god. That's
Why do I feel like that? Why do I feel like that thing's gonna get the crown?
Very like one.
There's a bot.
I'm
Shoot it
surprised
down.
about the lack of cultists.
Shoot down the bot.
On it.
Good shit. Mission successful. Return to station. But yeah.
Anything else about it, or that's just it?
Well, aside from that, it also has an interesting spell that you notice as it finished. You'd see it look at another creature that's basically trying to fuck it up. And then it just essentially kind of touches it for a moment. As it then just sort of decays from the top down.
What the fuck?
Motherfucker using my look for owls against me. Damn it.
I'm gonna pet it now.
Yeah, it just decayed a motherfucker. That thing used to be a bird. Now it's fucking turning to fucking dead. Yeah, pretty much.
It's still
dead.
friend shaped.
Yeah, it's still friend shape. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I want to hug it.
It's still friendship, they say.
It's friend shape, whether you like it or not.
No, my favorite burb.
The verb. The verb is the word.
Sad. French sad no.
No.
Way to stab her heart, Knight. Way to stab her heart. Damn.
I didn't
Wow.
say that this was going to be a nice, cozy campaign. I literally sent a spider that was about 1,000 feet in length against you.
And I still wanted to. And I still wanted to hug it. It's a. I don't know why. I just want. It just looked like it needed a hug.
So moving on.
But yeah, as you guys do proceed to go throughout the rest of the week with Zephyra and Brock basically being the silent ones.
Yeah.
Nothing yet from you all.
Nothing at all. We're perfectly fine.
Could this one have shown false memories then, or perhaps of one then, I guess? Delayed memories.
I guess so. Maybe. I guess it is delayed memories.
I
What
would
is
put
all
my
this about
hand.
memories?
Okay. Mm-hmm. What'd you say?
What is all this about memories? What's going on?
When you kill a monarch, you get your memories back. Well, for us, since everyone else already knows why they got here at the hub, we don't know shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I know how I got here?
Nope.
No, you and your brother have no idea how you guys got here. You were like many others have basically, for some reason, don't know why the fuck they're here.
Okay. Just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, as you all are essentially slowly coming down the mountain more and more with more silence from two people, essentially. Yulon then essentially, as you finally make it downwards, an interesting reaction of a lot of people who, well, oh my god, I just see Z going on a banning stream on the side.
No, because there's two band invaders that were missed. I'm trying to make sure they're gone
Got you.
because they were both bots.
2 bots? The fuck?
It's always the damn bullets.
Mm-hmm.
3 bots.
There we go.
Alright, hell, what did I miss?
Nothing much. Going down the mountain.
What the fuck is that thing?
It's an owl.
It's one of the monsters we saw headed toward the crown on our way down the mountain.
It's a friend, not a foe.
Great.
How far are we out from the survivor's hub now?
Surprisingly, you are just about around the corner to basically get there.
Is it Lawrence still driving, or did he just switch over?
Lawrence is still driving.
Oh, you gonna bring it inside or park it by the little front entrance? I'm not too sure if they are building, since I gave them that wood and gold. I'm not too sure what it's gonna go look like up in there.
Well, I just think as you guys are pulling up essentially to the Hunter's Hub, you all are staring around and seeing essentially the best way to put it, a lineup of a lot of people kind of just getting back to business as normal, except 2 people clearly. With those 2 being... Let me check out the image of the bird. Which is Braum, who's trying to deal with essentially. You remember who you're giving the avian domain to, right?
Barton, yeah.
Oh, like, it wasn't Matilda that we're giving the?
No, she wanted C.
Yeah, but it was a tie between Matilda and Barton, and they both preferred Avian second.
Yeah, they were basically just, as I said, petty motherfuckers.
Two as fuck.
Alright. We're giving C to Matilda so she can get the spell item. Crap, bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. As, I'm actually trying to look for, where is it? Oh, here it is in notes. Yeah, as Barton is okay with the avian domain, since, everyone will essentially getting what they wish. As, you do see essentially, of all people, Helios, who is kind of standing there looking all giddy like a kid on Christmas.
I wonder why.
As
He got a giant chicken.
yeah, because in comparison, he's looking at the fucking tiny ass fucking goblin who's like looking at it like, "Oi, listen here, you little shit. But I think you're misinterpreting the nonsense. No, look at me. I can't, you're really all the way down there."
Damn.
3-foot goblin. Eight something fucking Leonin. That's just the size comparison. Oh, hold on, let me make it better. There we go. The bird is mine. Understand that? Well, come on. You have to let me at least chop up the bird a little bit, please. Come on, I have not made a monarch in so long. Please. No, the bird is mine. You have the mountain all to yourself. You could just use it. You could get all your stuff right there. Listen, bird, a part of domain. It happened to belong to me. He says as Helios literally has to crouch down just to be able to see him out eye to eye.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still looking down at him.
Oh my god.
I understand that. I understand that very well, Martin. But you do need to understand. He then sees over there that you guys are coming in. He's like, "Look at that. Tell me you can carry that." "Of course I can carry it. Watch me," he says as he tries to strut over there. And as he gets over there, he realizes the monarch is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Are you all gonna get, like, out of the way, or are you gonna lift this out or no?
I just need to make this for reference. This is part... Ooh, where is he?
Simo baked chicken.
This is Barton right now.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Adorable.
He's just like, you know, there's some things in life even I can't predict in life. You know, just fucking take the bird. I don't care. Yay! He says as he gleefully lifts it. Like you're surprised. He just casually lifts it up. Meanwhile, Barton is just like, "Oh my god, he could throw me across the wall. No one would bat an eye."
Brock having no patience with this, and he just looks off and just looks over. Will you calm down? You're getting the damn domain.
And I do understand that. Of course I understand the small thing. I mean, what do you all expect me to do? Just basically take this kind of... Okay, look, I can't carry the boat, okay? I'm quite small. I'm not gonna fight the man who could literally chuck me like if I was a simple play toy.
As he's talking, Night Brock just walking away. He's not listening to the little goblin. He's walking away.
It's me.
Sheesh.
That's
Blowing up
rude.
his ass.
Damn.
I would also stop Helios after he's done lifting that because I need him for something later.
Ah, yes, Helios the sheaf. But yeah, you see Barton just kind of like, oh, whatever. I'm gonna go grab my materials and leave. So thank you kindly. I am gone. He says as he like packs up his tiny stuff, and you see him do his march away. Meanwhile, Helios is just like being all giddy. And then
Before,
Oop.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Braum just kind of notices how you guys were able to help resolve it without even talking to these two. Because just like bringing the fucking creature itself kind of calmed down the situation. As he's like looking over towards everyone, essentially. I gotta say, you lot impress me every day with this. It's interesting. I've never seen Helios have a bigger smile on his face for not getting a domain, while also seeing Barton basically looking miserable while getting his domain. that is quite the accomplishment. I will not lie.
Should we like look deeper into like why is he not happy for the domain, or should we just not question it?
It's more of the fact that he probably wanted to be greedy and grab the bird as well, but, you know, small goblin, bird the size of his entire... The bird the size of at least 5 of his dumpsters. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to carry that.
Yeah. Especially because he was a request, so...
Right. And of course, you all did wonderful work, but I'm noticing those two. He says that he points up. I'm guessing that something happened after the Monarch kill. If anything, you might want to give him time.
Yeah.
But first of all, great work on all of your parts. Truthfully, I was not expecting to have such progress being done. And, well, I'd feel like it'd be foolhardy not to at least reward you something, especially for the hunts you've done. So, while Barton's gonna be away for a week, I do have something. He then gives you a small little disc.
A little disc?
This is a portable camp tent, essentially. Essentially, it'll make you a miniature area that will be able to handle the harsh weather. Think of it like Liam's tiny hut, but in a tiny disc form.
Oh, but I can already do that.
Yes, but you don't have to spend a spell slot for it.
I can spend 10 minutes to do it.
Well, you have to only spend 5 seconds.
Fine. I guess I'm taking that for my spell list now.
Also, this is considered one of the more high quality ones, as this will basically automatically have alarm attached to it. So you don't have to worry in case, you know, someone tries to break in. Cockhead's pissed.
It's not like I was gonna get level 7 and get the fancy mansion or anything. No, I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna
Touchdown.
spend like 2 weeks planning like, okay, so every room is gonna be like this, and it's gonna have one specific room for
Oh,
every person. You know.
Estella, you were about to say something?
We're level 11, yeah? Just double checking. Did we level up at all? I don't remember.
Yes,
Yeah, we
went
did.
to
We did.
We're at level
We
11.
leveled up twice. We are level 11.
Yes.
You're-
Just making sure.
Also, Brock, I did figure out something after I did work on a lot of after basically discussing something with Quincy. So, you remember the ruling when it came to your thing? Because Quincy can't fucking write for shit? So, I'm perfect.
No, I understand it perfectly. It was just the whole issue was that for some reason there was like a fourth proc when there wasn't. I understood it perfectly.
Okay, so you know how many attacks you have, essentially.
Yeah, if I'm able to hit them all at max, I have 6.
Yeah, at max you have 6, if you are able to hit them all. That's if you do hit them, essentially. So, that is perfectly fine with me. Since, based on how the frenzy is, I am perfectly fine with that. Especially since you still do have the margin to miss. That's the thing. Like, that's the only caveat. You do actually have to hit, and for all we know, you could miss with the other attack.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. It's all just one big gigantic gamble. But now that we're all on the same page.
But yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way, because, you know, just to clarify. But, yeah, what was the next thing? Alright.
Would go talk to Helios for a hot second. I'm gonna probably get the Crashman together for a plan. I'm about to send you something too in a minute.
Okay. I could just... I'm just gonna say this. As you see Helios basically plop down the bird onto his cutting board, he kind of sees you there, and he's just... Is there something you need?
Yes, the next monarch up that we are about to fight is the Hydra. I was wondering if you could do something about amplifying us slightly. I know your food can kind of do that, especially for dealing with its petrification ability that it has. So if you have anything that can make everybody a little bit more wiser, that the creatures take.
Well, truthfully speaking, my food, I don't know how it properly things. All I know is if you want something to assist you in this particular manner, I know certain people who told me how it helps. Not everything I know how it essentially functions. So, but I can't essentially tell you what I have seen prior. You're trying to look for something that is trying to make you more wise in time. But I don't really have anything of the sorts. Truth be told, I don't really have any power of like that unless I basically get a domain myself. Because at least I can experiment with more ingredients to figure out from there. Basically what he's saying is, I don't know a damn thing about how my food works because I don't have enough resources. I gain a domain, I probably can tell you what food does what, and that way there's no guesswork.
I know how Lady Ouroboros said that she doesn't want to circumvent Barton, but I wonder if I can ask her about something like that, or we just switch domains for right now and go for another target. Since Barton is going to be gone for a week.
Well, whatever you want to do. I hope you don't mind. I am going to start preparing this. Of course, since you are the ones who collected it, I am more than willing to basically give you the materials and such, so long as I get the meat.
Then do so as you will. Go ahead.
Hey, I was just saying that would be fine. However, if you do need someone to, you know, take care of the material part, I can offer my services for a little while. Leave the meat to you, and I keep the interesting parts for ourselves.
Of course, of course. I am more than willing to basically... More than willing to essentially create a fine dish to honor your valiant recovery of such a beautiful piece. He says as he's like looking at it like a giddy child, like, "Oh, I can't wait."
Okay, don't drool too much on it, please.
Of course, no, drool will ruin the taste. What I will say, you might want to check on your friends. They kind of look like us after they basically came here the first time, honestly.
It's a work in progress.
Well, of course. Whatever you all need to do take your time, as... Can't even imagine the kinds of things you are going through. Especially since you just defeated another monarch. By the way, how did that go? Did any of you get hurt at all?
There were a few casualties, but nobody died. Just, you know, you didn't hurt this for me, but Sephra got crushed by the Everd.
I got cursed.
Acela in the distance. I got cursed.
It's just like, man, is anyone injured? Just all you hear from this is cursed.
Fucking curse from from across the street.
Return the slab,
Or suffer
or
my
face
curse.
great consequences. Anyway,
Oh my god, nostalgia. I love Courage.
R.I.P.
I need to watch that.
Motherfucker, did you just say you haven't seen Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Eat this man.
careful, careful. We're about to enter a rabbit hole. Okay, we need to move on.
Yeah, but I would then walk over to Matilda's place and also take a look to see like if they started construction with the stuff that I gave them to like all around for the hub in general.
Okay. But, as the rest of you are kind of like dealing with Brahm's situation and he's kind of giving you that, he has also decided to do one other thing for you all. He actually went ahead and talked to someone in particular, you know, as he comes climbing down his tree.
Oh,
He says,
Yep, he talked to Eustace. As he's essentially coming down, he basically looks at the lot of you. Oh, you won't laugh. Where's the walking carpet?
What carpet? Walking carpet. Where's the walking carpet again?
I think he's talking about Brog.
Yeah, no, I didn't say who. I said where.
That's a good question.
Brahma. No, sorry.
That's the neat part. None of you fuckers know, and he doesn't plan on telling you.
Something in my soul is telling me that we won't know until the walking carpet tells us, or we find it.
Well,
I-
either way, I got permission from Rom. Yes, we plan on basically expanding the hunter's location, the hunter's hub, even further than its normal routes. Am I allowed to? Yes, you're allowed to. He says as he gestures you all to follow him.
So what are we doing?
Well, you were all gone for 2 weeks. We all decided to basically pitch in and work on something from our usual standpoints. And we have something else built in. Yeah, and those dumb animal motherfuckers don't know a damn thing. He says as he, then looks at the tree that he was climbing on, as it's a fairly normal tree. And then you see him press down on a branch. And then next thing you know, a door opens.
Hidden door. I'm gonna walk. So you want us to walk in? I'm guessing.
One at a time. It can only fit
All
like
right.
one of you.
I'm walking in.
I'll go in after Lawrence.
I'll follow.
As you're each going in one by one, you're kind of going into it. Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Scooby-Doo moment. As you each are kind of going down, the light it's actually quite dark in here. You can't really tell what's around unless you have, dark vision, truthfully. AKA, who are the ones that have dark vision?
Me.
Me and Cockhead.
So, Zephyra, Lawrence, and Cockhead. Galthea doesn't have dark vision, right?
Nope.
And Ass has no dark vision whatsoever.
Which I still find bullshit, but you know.
But as you all are looking around, you realize this kind of looks like a sort of caved out area. And as the rest of you start making your way in there, you then see the area illuminate itself. As you realize that this looks like a underground merchant area. Oh my goodness. It took me so long to try to fix that. I didn't see any point until you guys started bringing home more and more stuff.
Oh,
But I wanted to do something special for you all since you all go to the normal craftsman. But this old area used to be where our trading used to be. As you can tell by the old broken shells. He says as he points at one area that's basically being hanged together by one nail. And as you can tell, it's pretty shit. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Half this stuff is ready to break. So, we are converting it into something else. Something more useful, to say the very least. And because you
a
love
nuclear bunker?
no, well, kinda. What we're planning on converting this into is essentially a bit of a private area. See, at the top of the Hunters Hub, there's a lot of hunters who basically come in, act like they can handle themselves, and then die day one. But you lot survived a good couple months now. And because of that, we wanted to show you this place in particular. Granted, I didn't know how shitty the place was until we got here, but... basically, this is a means to try to combat all the crazy creatures outside. We plan to make sure there's areas for everyone to kind of poof down into you. Because there's one other part about this place. He says as he gestures you to follow him.
Okay, what's this?
I'll go.
I'm going.
As you see what looks to be an old, dusty board. That kind of looks... kind of old. Like, it looks like it's crickety. And as soon as the air is blown off from it, you see it's a rankings board. You remember...
What is that supposed to do?
Yeah.
You remember Yggdrasil? The big book? You know, the one that bites you and takes your blood.
Oh.
This is apparently a second part. This is apparently part of Yggdrasil. Because you know the stump?
Yeah.
Directly underneath Yggdrasil. This is apparently information on other hunters. Now, why is this important? Because this shows any hunters that are up here are still alive. But on top of that, it shows you who is likely the best to hunt what scenario. Think of it like a weird version of the rankings. For example, who's the best to hunt in the avian domain? As you see the board then re-scratch itself, but it doesn't make a noise. It just makes scratch lines on itself. As it talks about the 7 of you there, aka the 5 players and the 2 NPCs. As you see at the very top is a Sella. Then second is Lawrence. And then you see at the very bottom, it's Braum. Which makes sense, he's the most crippled out of all of you here.
That adds up.
But here's the...
I would take a... Go ahead.
But here's the interesting part. Mention someone's name, you can see the ranking for yourself. What about Brock? Big walking carpet man. You then see a Sella get bumped down as Brock takes a top place. By the way, in case you are wondering, it's Brock, Acela, Lawrence, Zephyra, Galfea, then Coquette.
Damn.
Why am I ranked? You know
Wow.
what? I'm not gonna argue.
Wow. Yeah. Why is? Wait. How am I? How am I good?
You know what? I'm a bard. I don't need to be on top.
I don't even know how I'm that high.
Basically, it measures how well you would do in that environment. And the avian domain is both specialized in magic and flying.
Makes sense.
Makes a high
What about
rocket pop.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, what about and see about Vincent's brother?
Wait, are you trying to ask for the sea domain or for Vincent's brother? Because those are two separate.
Vincent's brother. I'm trying to see if he's still alive over there.
Surprisingly, you do ask, and it does actually give him a ranking. meaning you do know he is alive. That being said, he's below Braum.
Oh.
It's not good.
Whoa. That's not good at all.
No, actually, this is for Avian Domain, Rosie. If you ask Prowler Domain, it would give them a completely different answer set.
Oh.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Go ahead. Find out any information you want. You can see where your strengths and weaknesses are in case you have to go to that domain.
Z domain.
It re-scratches itself, as now it changes. Now it's Zephyra, Acela, Coquette, Galthea, Lawrence, then the other two.
Makes sense.
What is this taken into account?
Basically, every skill you have versus the weaknesses of what the sea domain provides. For example, the sea domain is in the sea.
But is it taken into? It's not taking into account the spells that we may or may not know.
Oh, it does.
Then?
That's the issue. It's to take into account everything to see how fairly well your character can handle it.
Okay.
Yeah, Lawrence don't do water.
And Galthea's a rock.
I plan on rectifying that in a minute. Don't worry.
It's actually funny because if you ask Prowler, there's actually going to be a weird increase to someone else.
You know, I am curious on that. What is the Prowler domain then?
Yeah, what's the Prowler? Prowler domain, I want to know.
First place, Galthea. Then second...
That makes sense.
That sounds about right.
Then
Yeah.
second would actually be Lawrence.
What?
And then third would be Zephyra. Fourth would be Acela. Fifth would be Coquette. And if you ask Brock's name, he's actually tied with Galthea.
Well, that makes sense.
Oh, and if you ask Lornef, he's actually going to be in second place, so he bumps down Lawrence down one.
Yeah, that adds up even more, actually.
The best way to put it is because of your guys' space skills, because here's the thing. If you were to take on the Monarch, the question is who's the best in a 1v1.
Yeah, and I'm not usually the type to do a 1v1. I usually need a distraction.
Yeah, because that's the thing about every domain. Each one has a different piece of shit to deal with.
Then what would plant domain be?
Yeah.
Plant domain.
It's fun.
Zephyra, number 1.
Yeah. that
Number
makes
2,
sense.
Coquette. Number 3,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Galthea. Number
Yeah.
4, Lawrence. Number 5, Acela. And then
Surprised
obviously...
that Melee.
Hmm?
I'm surprised that Melee are that low on the plan.
Remember, these are necrotic plans. That also
Which
basically...
is why I have an edge.
Yeah.
I could probably get you a scroll if I talked to Matilda for Holy Tidal Wave too, see if she could probably jot that down for you. Just in case.
Oh, and if you added Brock
Yeah.
and Lornef, surprisingly, Brock would not rank as high, but is not in the low position. He's more in the middle. He would basically... he would be below Galthea.
Ah.
And if you ask Lornef, he would actually be above Galthea.
Yeah. Yeah. I figured that one.
Yeah,
Yay.
I took into account everyone's shit. Because I'm saying this now. If I was this confident that you guys wouldn't be able to take on the fucking Monarchs, you would all be below fucking Eustace.
I think I'd be pretty. I think I'm below Eustace. I don't have many utility. I don't really have many things again that make me better than Eustace.
You're not crazy and mentally traumatized.
Yet.
That's a good point.
No, I'll be honest. I'm surprised I was in at least the top 5 with every single one.
Well, that's
Wait,
because
what was overall
I-
the best? That's a
I
good
ain't
question.
shit. I ain't shit. I wasn't expecting to be anywhere.
I'm more
Yeah.
surprised that I'm not lower in most cases.
Because here's the thing: if you want my honest and true analysis based on everyone has something that at least helps balance out the other. For example, Galthea is a really good tank, as well as is really good at pumping out burst damage. The issue is Galthea is not exactly the most spellsy, ranged, or speedy. She's actually probably just made of beef.
Yeah, range and mobility are my weak points. I already know.
Acela, ironically, has some of the best defense and mobility. Their damage output is fair. They're also very much a burst line fighter. Once they're out of resources, they're kind of sitting there.
You mean my launchers do a lot of damage?
Damn.
They do a lot of certain damage. And then you have a 1d4 missile.
A free missile,
I
you know?
still have all my spell slots that I didn't use.
And how many spell slots do you have, buddy?
Hold on.
Yes.
3 level 2, 4 level 1s, and 3 level 3s.
So 10.
Yeah,
Others looking at you.
along with a free use of Fairy Fire and Enlarge Reduce.
I
I mean, that's fair for a half caster. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
the full casters.
Are we counting cantrips or are we not counting cantrips? I don't think we don't know what people count.
If we're counting
Anyway.
cantrips, I have 3 normal ones and then Druidcraft for my race. I can also spell store for 10 charges of a first or second level spell that I know.
Never underestimate the
not
1d4
prepared.
missile. Now, here's Coquette. She's probably the best spellcaster you have, period.
Huh?
You're a bard, you have every spell.
She's also the face of the party, weirdly enough.
I mean, I do have a plus 15 to my persuasion.
Issue, Coquette is so squishy, I could slap her and then she's basically gone.
Oh no, yeah.
Whoosh.
I am half tempted to get Warding Bond with someone else so that, they take the damage from me.
Lawrence has the best ranged options and is literally in his element here.
Yeah, that's true.
Issue. He's more of a jack of all trades than essentially I'm basically godly at one thing.
I thought I would be the jack of all trades, I'll be honest.
Nah, it's Lords. I made sure my character's jack of all trades.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Zephyra has a lot of, essentially the best way to put it, utility. They have a lot of stuff that's good in a lot of good situations and are basically able to pump damage numbers. Issue. I can slap... They're a bit of a glass cannon.
So like me.
Yes, difference is you are able to basically have more elemental variety, while there is more pump number kind of variety.
Well, to be fair, it did take a few very good spells for damage, so that might change.
As for Brock, this man is literally just meat. He's literally just the equivalent of muscle incarnate.
A lot of HP.
He tank, he hit, he can do various things. Issue, he got no variety when it comes to elemental damages. He has a bit with a
Or
pike
range.
and especially range. Well, he has a shotgun, but best way to put it is
Everything range, right?
best way to put it is if I was to one day basically cast Banish on this man, he would just disappear. I'm not saying that he sucks against spells. I'm saying that if you were expecting the bear to be a wizard, go somewhere else. Oh, and if you're wondering about Lorenath, because I didn't forget them either. Okay, I peeve.
Huh?
Wait, why you leave, Rosie? What you do?
What?
Why?
Underestimate the 1d4 missile? Huh?
I can't even spell because I wanted bear wizard. You know, that's fair.
Listen, we all have the brain fart moments, okay?
No, my thing kept auto-correcting every single time I tried to go type petrified into fucking night.
To be fair, my phone autocorrects 90% of the time to Spanish words, so I understand the feeling.
But as for your good old buddy Lornath, they're really good at being able to switch on the fly, being able to be either a magic unit or a melee unit. Issue. And this is more player perspective. Lornath kind of needs to understand the situation.
Yeah.
Because if anyone saw essentially what happened last time, Lornath fought Bird. Lornath decided me turned to bear.
But Lorenath couldn't fly.
True, but they could have done some spell casting on the side instead.
True.
Also, both sides are more balanced. One's not as strong as the other, but neither is a specialty. Also, Lornath can take a punch. Don't get me wrong. Lornath can basically take blunt. But Lornath ain't going to basically be OP healer or badass wrestler. But Lornath do got good able to switch tactics kind of abilities.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically everyone's strong suit and kind of weaknesses. So do keep in mind why this is a team-based D&D campaign, not a one-person solos everything kind of campaign. Because then it would just not be fun.
That is fair.
Also, because of the fact that eventually this campaign will be coming to a close, which I'll be very sad, and I don't want to exactly host another one after hosting this one. I'll kind of be sad.
Mhm.
I will make it very apparent that essentially that once this campaign does end, I want you all to basically note yourselves from how you built your characters. Not to say, oh, you all suck, but more, you don't need to be a jack of all trades if you have someone else who can help out in a different apartment. D&D is meant to be shared with everyone, essentially. We're all telling the story together, not reading from a script.
I'm surprised this character kind of made it this long, though. I've been trying to kill them all since session 3.
We're not letting that happen. Simple as that.
Plus, if you just genuinely don't want to play Zephyr anymore, you could just let me know. I do not
Yeah.
mind.
No, you're fine. Yeah, it was just at first, and then I just needed like, oh yeah, I was like, this is more of a wizard's game now, and then I got the little sorcerer thing, and then I'm like, okay, this will probably work for a little bit. See what's next.
But yeah, in case you were wondering, I'm gonna let you guys know what the insect domain had for you. If Lorinef and Galthea was there.
Mhm.
Insect domain, who's ready for this nonsense?
Sure.
Number 1 for insect domain. Weirdly enough. Acela. Second place.
Ooh, metal.
Second off. Galthea. Thirdly,
Ah, fair enough.
Zephyra. Fourth, Coquette. Fifth, Brock. Sixth, Lawrence. And 7, Lornef.
How my fourth?
On my third.
Simple. Simple. I don't have anything that really affects bugs like that.
Mhm.
Fucking insect domain like that.
Galthea, you do thunder damage, right?
True. True.
And that fucks them up more than
I haven't been in a good situation to use it, so I keep forgetting.
Yeah. If you pulled up when these guys were dealing with insects, you are literally just a lawnmower.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A lot of them are weak to electricity, but there are a lot that are also weak to thunder. Also, this creature's also double weak to fire, so a lot of you had fire-based spells.
I don't. I
Yeah,
didn't have much.
I know. Why do you think that you're not ranked that high, my friend? I love you, but no.
But I'm not
And I think
useless.
we haven't-
No, you're not useless. God, now I kind of want to get that old bot in here to see which D&D character can beat each other in a death battle.
It's time for a death battle.
Alright, let's not get copyright striked. But yeah, as you guys kind
Okay,
of
if
see...
they have a copyright on Death Battle, I swear to God, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I don't think they do, but I think it's kind of more synopsis at that point. Also, I can't trust anything anymore because Quentin Tarantino can basically block people for showing feet.
What?
Yeah,
Hollywood is stupid. Don't take Hollywood seriously. The law hasn't caught up with Hollywood's bullshit yet. Once it does, the world will be a better place.
yeah, until
And
then...
off topic. Off topic.
But yeah. Oh yeah, Brock, how do you feel essentially on how many you've gotten to top with?
Genuinely shocking. Like, absolutely fucking shocking.
As you guys see the board, and then... See? So if any of you basically also want to see the highest rank hunters, you can also see here too, but... Next to here, you see Eustace kind of drag you over, is your private quarters. We aren't able to clean up everything yet, but we were able to make enough rooms for you, hopefully each of you to stay in. I know some people like to sleep outside, but here are private quarters if you need it.
Finally, some private quarters. Finally, some privacy.
Also, soundproof, so you can scream in there and no one will hear it from the outside.
Really? Let me test that out. I walk in and I fucking start screaming in the fucking thing.
Yeah, no one hears any jack shit.
Good. Nothing was heard.
But while this is all going on, Brock, do you mind if I ask what your character is essentially doing?
First thing he did was go towards one of the tents that he's been staying in, put up a sign that says, "Please do not disturb, I will break bones." And he's going to strip off everything, curl up, and embrace the clinical depression as he just lays there doing nothing. And that's all he's doing.
Just
Just
Quince,
bear sleep.
why must I slap the bear every single fucking time you arrive? Why?
Because Quincy.
Can you at least let the man have a miserable moment alone?
No.
No.
Spin the block during what roof.
I was
walkers.
building points this whole stream. God damn it. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Ah! One of my fingers are backwards.
What?
What?
You heard me. One of my fingers are backwards.
What the fuck happened?
I slapped Brock. What do you think happened?
Ah.
I ain't hear it.
But yeah. We'll cut back to you eventually, Brock. Don't worry. I'll let you be in the fetal position for now. Kermit the Frog here. Destroy Quincy. Yay!
Yay!
You know what? I double that stinker. Let's
We appreciate that.
I'm still surprised that we haven't suffered the trauma.
Oh no, I'm
That's
easing you guys
true.
slowly into the trauma for a lot of you.
Ah.
I feel like that's the end speaking for like I don't have a plan yet.
Yeah.
Is that all that they had to show us, though?
Yeah,
Down here?
basically a private quarters for you guys and a ranking boards and everything.
Alright, I would walk out then, if that's just it, and go to Matilda's shop. And if I see Vincent, I'll throw the phone at him. A little horn.
Yep. As I'll say for those who do, what's everyone else doing? Because I know Zephyr is going to see Matilda. What about the rest of y'all?
Waiting to see what materials we get from the Monarch.
I
Okay.
guess that would be one of the things. I did see one thing. Or spell.
Alright, anyone else before I move on to Matilda real quick?
Honestly, nothing.
Yeah, I don't really have anything.
Alright, so we will start with, of course, the Matilda situation before I tell you guys the nice fancy shiny loot that you guys get. So Zephyra, you got lot basically go in to essentially kind of open on the door, see where she is, and lo and behold, she is asleep. But she's actually asleep normally this time, as you see her basically wrapped up like a fucking burrito, while you see the other person, her assistant, Liliana, just kind of going through books as she's like, greets you. Oh, Zephyra, is there something I can assist you with?
It's something more your master can assist. Well, teacher, whatever the fuck you want to call her. I just need her help with something.
She's more my boss, honestly, but still.
Oh, that's...
I
You
wouldn't.
alright?
Yeah, I'm alright. It's just I kind of did something to basically see how long she's able to sleep. She's been in a cocoon for about a week straight.
Okay.
You'd think she would need water, food, or something, but no, she's been asleep like that for an entire week.
That's nice for her then, that big father said about sleeping.
Yeah, I think it's about time. She's gonna need water eventually. She says as she approaches her, and then she decides to pull the blanket and then spin her like if she was a fucking top. As she's kind of floating in the air, as you realize that she was actually floating in the heavy blanket the entire time. And as she like calms down from the spin, you hear Liliana kind of go, Miss Matilda, Zephyra is here. And then you hear the biggest, and you tell him I'm busy. He's literally right here. Tell him I'm busy. She says as she's like trying to sleep. Miss, you've been asleep for an entire week. You also need water and food eventually. I'll be okay. They're cooking up some from the avian domain. Okay, you have my attention. She immediately gets up. Oh, wait, right. Okay.
The ultimate trump card. Women love food.
Food? Food. I want
Correction.
food now.
They're cooking something from. They're cooking a fucking monarch. That is new. That is something they don't really get to eat often. I mean, he isn't wrong. I love fried chicken.
Well, if you all want to go talk and walk on the way there, we can do that, as Zephyr would just rub his forehead in slight annoyance, but he just wants the day to end, pretty much. But I have a question for you.
Yes. She says that she's trying to put her best customer face on.
Alright, so the next potential monarch we might kill is the one in the sea domain.
Okay, you actually have my attention for once. Go for it.
Okay, so the problem with that thing is that it can petrify a target and has a ton of health, and it can spew a cone of cold from its multiple heads. The only weakness that we know so far of is that of lightning that can affect it. However, I'm going to ask the book later if it has anything that can quadruple its weakness. But I was wondering if you can make, like, the spell Glyph of Warding and the spell Web. If you can combine something of the likes of the two to make it more of an explosive web that can cover multiple targets and keep its trap shut and electrify it if need be.
So you want to essentially make a webbing spell that does electrical damage.
That lasts for a long time, yes.
Well, let's see. Well, first, it would have to work with the properties in question. It'd have to have some sort of level variance.
Because I was thinking about getting webs from the old monarch's nest, or somewhere along the lines of it.
It's not impossible to make, though with my current table, it probably won't be as highly efficient as you may want it to be. I may be able to do something about it to definitely, to an extent of what you want, but if you're expecting it to go be above and beyond, do note that it's probably not going to be that way since I don't have the resource. Well, less resources, the capabilities because of my table.
It's gonna be fine. Either way, if you can probably turn that into scrolls for the others too, that would be great as well.
Well, here's the other thing. This level of thing will cost a lot, in particular. Especially with the table I have currently. And I do mean a lot. Like, you're going to need to find some way to obtain the gold, essentially.
I've hunted Gumos and I know about that crystal dung beetle.
Right, but I'm telling this is going to be expensive. First of all,
How
let's
much?
say we make your spell. Describing the properties, first it would need to have the similar effects of webbing, being able to cover a wide area. Second, it would need to be it would have to have some form of electrical capability. Now, that electrical capability can be something as a side effect, and where it doesn't directly do damage to it, or as something that essentially does do damage to it directly while basically ensnaring it. Basically doing a double-sided sort of situation. And then, you would also want it to basically do even more on top of that. Be something that lasts a long time, and expect it to have a lot of essentially easy to handle kind of conjuration. Like, you want it to be done quickly. You don't want it to be cast in like 10 minutes. You don't want it to be cast in an hour. You want it to be cast as soon as possible. Am I getting all that right?
Yes.
The cost is very high, especially since I'm not going to be able to make it like something as simple as a very low energy spell. This would have to be something within the 5 at minimum, 8 at highest. And I can try to go for something in the middle. But even then, it's going to cost a lot. But I do think I can help you. Just note that I'm going to need materials.
Just send me a list and I'll get it done.
Well, here, write it down for me. As she says as she hands you a small little notepad. The first thing you're going to need is something that creates the webbing effect prior. So, something of a spider, insect, or raiding the old monarch's cave. There's probably dozens of webs. You're gonna need something strong, though. So don't just grab something that's, like, leftover. You're gonna need at least a good... If you want it to be fairer, I would say get 5 pounds of the stuff. Has to be from a spider. It doesn't have to be from the monarch itself, but it has to be at least strong webbing. Next is the electrical effect. You can do one of two routes. You can continue from the insect domain and basically try to, you know, grab an insect that has electrical properties. The best ones, especially in that case, would probably be the centipede or something else along that lines. Or you can get more potency with it if you go to the avian domain and try to grab a Zapdop. If you want better result, Zapdop is the way to go. But if you just want something now and it would be not as effective, then you can continue your search in the insect domain. And last, but certainly not least, the most important crucial thing, aside from the money, which I will let you know on the cost afterwards, don't worry, she says as she pats your head while floating. You need to
Smack
wash
her
your
hand away.
You need to wash your hair better, by the way. It's really dry. Anyways, where was I? Right. The last thing you're going to need is, essentially, if you also wanted to cause a big kaboom, if you will, is essentially something that also can do a big enough kaboom. Now, this is not going to come from a domain. You are going to need to gather me gunpowder. Gunpowder can be found in either the avian domain, the plant domain, if you know where to find it, or the insect domain. Those are really your three options, but if you want boom, I'm going to need at least 5 pounds of the stuff. Alternatively, you can ask Angela and she can probably help you out. Oh, and as for the gold cost, if we did all this, and let's say we're trying to make this at the lowest we potentially can make it, something that a lot of half-casters may be able to cast, and this is before scrolls, by the way, that's definitely going to cost you roughly 5,000 gold, just to make the spell.
How much gold?
5,000. I'm already writing all this down.
And that's including the requirements on how you wish to have it casted, the duration, the material non-being needed components, as well as everything else. And that's working with the table I currently have. If you were to basically try to increase the size of the spell, which will somewhat do more stability and such, that would cost you, to a 6th power, 4,500. And again, that's just because of the potency of how you want this spell. But if I was to be fairly more gracious, because you guys are planning to give me the domain afterwards, and I do expect you to give me the domain afterwards, or else I'll know, and then you'll be regretting your life choices. I can reduce it to 2,500. And that same applies to essentially if you were to try to make it to 7th power, making it 2,000 gold, and 8th power, to which it potentially will cost you 1,500. Oh, and the same applies if you try to make it 5th power. That would cost you 3,000. And that's using all of your requirements. I'm not even talking about scrolls yet. Each scroll, if you're basing off the level, depends. So, let's say if you did the 5th one, that is going to be a very expensive scroll. That thing is going to cost you 500 gold. 6th level is actually going to be cheaper downwards. It's going to cost you roughly 400. 7th is probably going to cost you 300. And 8th is going to basically cost you 200. And that is if I included every single one of your requirements, power, and everything else. Whew, I think I did a lot of talking there, she says as she, sits down on her chair.
With that, I'll walk out.
He got bombarded with money. And he was like, I don't know how.
Nah, I got this. just be hunting Dumos over the week. The other stuff. Either that or the crystal centipede and see how much that costs, because the only information I've got was that it was worth thousands of gold, and that was about it.
Well, you can relay that information if you want to the rest of your group, because again, you are not alone in this case. But the other thing I do wish to let everyone else know is essentially the loot. Because after a good couple of hours, Helios has essentially finished his stuff. And after he did that, he essentially... It took like a couple hours, but he has the bird in his giant stone oven. You know, the one that's basically made of... That looks like, to me, a giant lion face.
Mm-hmm.
As he's closing the giant lion mouth, which you didn't even know it could do that. As he's essentially starting to cook. Sorry, Matilda, Lilia, you're gonna be gone for a moment. Where is Helios? There he is, the big beautiful boy. Oh, it's been so long since I've been able to cook a fucking monarch. He has like literal tears in his eye. Right. Apologies. You lot are basically waiting for your materials. And you've been so patient and graceful waiting for it. I'm so happy. Right, here. Let me start off with the simple stuff. First of all, I have here 5 pounds of the feathers of the monarch. You could probably make something interesting with that. Here are talons of the monarch, 2 of them, because they have 2 feetsies.
Feetsies.
Talon of the monarch, 2 of them. Here you go. What the?
I was just gonna say 2 talons or 2 feet.
Talons. I basically removed the meat because the meat is succulent.
No, I understand that, but shouldn't there be 4 talons per foot?
No, like a talon for a bird is a foot.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right,
Yeah.
talons are technically the toes.
Yes, the claws are the talon.
So technically, you're getting
Yeah.
8. So you go 8 talons, and then here are the 3 main fancy little bitties that even I wouldn't be able to eat. First, here are the eyes. I know some people like the eyes as delicacies, but you know, I understand some people need it. As he shows you 2 ginormous eyes, essentially. They're like the size of watermelons. Here you go, 2 eyes. And you see inside the eyes, they're kind of giving the Aurora Borealis effect of kind of like being rainbowy on the gloss. And then, here's this. He then plants down a shiny crystal. This crystal looking relatively big, looking about 3 feet in length and like a foot wide. As it looks like a shiny prism. Most avians tend to have magic stones inside of them. Magic stones basically allowing you to basically make or break certain things. But this one is definitely a rarity. I don't know what you're going to do with it, but it's yours. Oh, and last thing. He says as he kind of looks a little sad. I was going to hide it, but you should probably know that maybe killing it was morally the wrong idea.
Oh no.
He pulls out 2 eggs.
Oh.
Wig.
Oh.
It's less for the cult to train though, so that's good.
If we have the ignorance that we didn't know, we didn't know.
Yeah, I kind of went through the linings and everything, and I just sort of took these out. So obviously, you can't exactly keep the them as pets because they'll basically look at you and kill you. Even if you try, trust us, a lot of us have. I mean, there's a reason some of us are missing feet.
Talking about himself, obviously.
Yes, I very much try to. I tried to ride one. And it did not go well. So, yeah. How you guys want to deal with the eggs? I could obviously, well, we could cook them, but it's like, it's kind of much more messed up.
I feel like no matter what we do with these eggs, it will be messed up.
That is true. Not only that, but
Might as well. Let's just cook them.
yeah, I'll leave them for another time to cook them. As for now, he says as he's just like puts them away. I'll serve it later. Right now, we have another beast we have to worry about. But of course,
Which is.
well, of course, the monarch itself. I had to put it in the big oven. I had to remove all my fancy pots and everything. And
Oh.
it is going to taste delicious. The garnishes! I almost forgot. He says as he immediately goes over to the garden. You're surprised he can run with his metal legs.
Why does everyone forget the garnishes?
Probably too excited to notice the pain.
Yeah, true.
He then comes running back. Okay, I got the carrots, I got the green onion, I got the regular onion. What am I missing?
Did you forget? Do you remember the potato?
Well, yes, I always have potatoes on standby, both fried and boiled.
Ooh.
Oh shit, I forgot about those choco bastards we had to.
Fucking Poco bastards.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, the fucking birds. The
Oh.
chickens.
Oh, wait, did you bring me?
Stupid little chickens.
Did you want to?
Yeah, we want fried chicken.
Oh, how many did you bring? Tell me you bring me a good chunk. Oh, please, please, please.
I need to reorganize this list.
Close up the list.
So how many chocolos have you brought back?
4. It's
Oh,
4.
I can turn you into so much fried chocolate. He says as he's like all giddy. And you brought me the monarch too. He's like in heaven right now. Right. Reward. Of course, eating this is not just a privilege, but obviously you need some sort of reward. He says as he's like frantically looking around. Yes, here it is. I was working with Matilda for the... wrong. I was working with Matilda just a little bit while ago, and I always find it weird that essentially not many people have access to my cooking, and I have to pray that the rations are enough to basically sustain them. I always feel bad because of it, but I basically had an idea. Back in my day, I used to be a traveler. When I was, not in here. So, when I used to travel back in the day, I would usually get a calling card to basically summon from place to place. However, I don't have that much of a capability now. So one of the many rewards I plan to give you is this. He then hands you essentially a sending stone. basically, this is a customizable sending stone that as soon as you press it, a small sending stone on my side will answer no matter how far you are. And because of that, I am able to do this. As soon as he presses it, you see a tiny little portal open up, essentially. It's not much.
You mean to tell me we could get emergency rations?
I basically gave you DoorDash.
Yep.
Fucking DoorDash.
Of course.
Yeah.
Doing so, I will always make sure to try to feed you. But it will more likely be random on what I have for the day, so don't expect specifics.
I guess that makes you a Rift Walker then.
I'm going to fucking shoot you. So I swear to fucking God. I don't even think anyone's from the Riftwalker campaign here. No, none of you are. Okay.
Sadly, I didn't.
Oh no. I'm considering to add you in. I just wanted to see how far this campaign will go. A little bit first.
Oh, okay.
But if you want, Roher, if you got the time for Wednesday.
I absolutely right now. Yes, I do have the time for Wednesdays. I'll make sure I'll have the time for Wednesdays.
Then I'm perfectly fine with you being added in. We can discuss things after session, okay? Okay. So yeah, of course, this is one of many, many, many gifts I promise to give, especially for big, big, big reward. Now, let me give you other rewards. Because you are also blessed. God bless you. He says as he like kind of gives each of you like kind of this cheek squeeze. But instead of like squeezing with each like hand, he squeezes you with like one of his big fucking lion hands. He's like, God bless you. He's like, I had requested Grigori to basically make me some new weaponry. However, apparently I gathered too much material. So this is for... excuse me. This is a lot more than I thought. Yeah, you go. Whew. As he presents you with 3 different metals. He presents you with 1 pound of copper, 3 pounds of iron, and 1 interesting piece. He presents to you a small little bar, like a very tiny bar, that's probably worth like half a pound of platinum.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Unfortunately, I didn't really have any necessity for the copper, and I had enough iron to make my materials, and I don't even know what this is. He says as he casually picks it up with 2 fingers. I mean, I don't even know what it is. Like, totally. It's been a long time since I've seen these metals, so I don't even know. Hopefully you can figure something out with it, as he puts it down, not realizing that that thing is platinum.
Which
Helios, I'm gonna tell you something that I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna surprise you. That, sir, is what you call platinum.
Oh, what's that? It's been a while.
It's
A very
a form of currency. It's higher than gold.
Oh, this is.
one platinum coin is worth 10 gold coins.
Oh. So if we were looking at this, this would probably be worth half a pound. Oh, this would probably be worth 100 platinum then.
It's 1,000 gold.
Man, we can all go gambling pretty well.
We're
Someone
not
say
gambling. We're not gambling. We're not gambling.
Does someone say
Oh,
gambling?
No.
It almost seems like a certain step for us to try and hold on to that for a little bit.
Now, I also know that Grigori basically can use these kinds of metals to basically turn other stuff into other things. You know, fancy man, fancy hammer and go ting ting ting, all that stuff. But you know. What was I going to say? I lost track. Right. one other reward, because of course, like I said, you got to meet the beautiful monarch and some more useful stuff to cook.
This is why we love Helios.
Fucking let's go. We got food. Good food.
And Uber Eats.
Yay. I thought you said it was DoorDash, didn't you?
Same shit.
Yeah.
Welcome home, by the way, Brooke.
Yee. My
Brooke,
audio's
finally back home?
better. My audio's better. Let's go.
Yeah.
One final gift, of course, as he then presents to you something interesting. As he says, I wasn't going to discuss this. Does he know? Does he know the plushie is missing? Which plushie, Rosie? Which one? There's like a dozen marketable plushies in this damn campaign for all I know.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
We have 3 verified ones. The
Yeah.
bear, the kobold, and then I forget who the third one was, but it was someone.
Yeah, me too. I forget who else was the marketable plushie.
The OG plushie, and apparently you've offended the French.
No, I'm so sorry.
No, he did the French.
Google, let me in. Oh, this is through Microsoft Bing. Shit.
But moving on.
The last one I kind
Okay.
of wanted to give to. The last one I kind of wanted to give to Brock, but he's not here, sadly. I appreciate.
Yeah, we'll hold it for him.
I appreciate people who know good food, so I wanted to give him something very nice, since I know he's probably dealing with a lot. And of course, Gathea, you as well, since you are a big consumer of my food, and truthfully, you've probably been the more enjoyed one as well. He says
Just gives a smile and a thumbs up.
as he hands you, and he hands Lawrence, so that way he can give to Brock later, a handle. But that's odd. It's clearly a sword handle, but there's no sword.
Oh no, is this one of these?
Well, here's the thing. I wasn't expecting you guys to bring the whole fucking thing.
Bird.
So, Galfea and Brock in particularly, because you two need to know this in particularly, have artifact items in your hand.
Fucking excuse me.
Hey, I almost just choked on my water.
Yeah, I'm bringing that to Lauren, to fucking Brock as soon as I can.
You have my you have my attention.
Is this an official one or a custom one?
Custom one. Which means it's even more bonkers.
Uh-huh.
I'll let the rock go first.
So, Galfea.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's the thing. Every guy has a different customizable thing, but here's the thing, Galfea. You love using longswords, right?
Well, heavy weapons in general, but yes, longswords in particular.
So, you see this handle, and you're thinking, what does it do? And it kind of reminds you of a longsword handle, and next thing you know, the blade transconfigures into a longsword. With almost a purple hue coming out of it, instead of a normal metal blade.
I have a lightsaber, and it's a longsword.
Yo,
And you know,
you have
Oh
Does-
no!
Does he have the
you have a
force?
window.
Does he have the force?
Yo.
Oh no!
Yes,
Technically, with some of the spells I know, I do.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fucking. As soon as I get it, I'm dashing to you. Okay, Brock, I got you.
so don't worry, I'll explain Brock's. It's just Galthea. Your artifact is known as the Precise Hunter.
Oh shit! All right.
Here's what this weapon does. It is a weapon that is a +3 weapon. It does 2d10 one-handed, 2d12 two-handed. And the blade does not do any particular kind of regular damage. It does force.
Oh no.
That's disgusting, and I love it.
On top of that, this weapon has 2 main abilities. Give up, Galfea. I have the high ground.
Oh, that's adorable.
Damn. Called the
Hello?
bear adorable. There?
Okay. Okay,
But-
you can't do that after I call you adorable. No, you're making it too easy.
But yeah, so here's the 2 main gimmicks of this weapon. One, you can use your attack when you're attacking. You can choose your attack to be melee or ranged.
Oh no.
You can you can choose either way when you swing. And who had died? Ass died. Oh no!
Damn,
I think
it sucks
it's-
when your ass dies.
I think his actual ass died. I knew he was having stomach problems earlier.
What is the range on the range attack?
It is surprisingly high. The attack range is 60 by 120.
60 short, 120 long? Oh no.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
That-
hydrating,
okay.
Rosie. So you can choose as you swing whether it's a ranged slash or a melee slash.
Okay.
And second is this weapon's special little thing. Oh yeah, it's still the same thing as a longsword, so it can use your strength. So don't worry.
Okay.
This weapon in particular lets you have a special little thing. Special little thing.
Uh-huh.
It allows you to basically let you cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action without any spell cost whatsoever. As many times as you want.
Oh. As Gordon
This is
Ramsay
beautiful.
would say, disgusting.
I have to concentrate on it.
If you get hit by it, you won't need to make a concentration check.
No, but I do have to concentrate on Hunter's Mark, I'm guessing.
No. Yeah, artifact.
Okay.
Artifact.
Oh no.
Worst part is you can change the best part, you can change how the sword looks. So it can go from a purple color to like a fucking blue color if you want.
Oh no, it's staying purple. It's staying purple.
You see, I don't have a lot of shiny materials, but I hope that helps you in your endeavor. The sword is
Dante
too...
is just looking at it wide-eyed, just aghast. Like, it's so freaking cool.
They used to be a part of my old hunting days, but those days are basically far and few between. Now I have my old reliable weapon right here, he says as he pats his great sword. Speaking of great swords. Hey, Brock.
Oh. Oh.
As soon as
Really now?
Lawrence pulls up, you see he kind of leaves the
Okay,
handle.
Lawrence is winded because he's just sprinting. Wait, sorry. Good?
Oh no.
I'm good.
Of course, this
Nice.
thing requires attunement, so.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Brooke. Lawrence kind of leaves the handle next to you, since you know you're kind of curled up in the fetal position. And as you check yours turns into almost a fucking sort of white blade, but the size of a great sword. As you,
Alrighty then. Holy shit.
as yours is known as the Devastator. So it's a +3 magical weapon. It's a great sword. And, well, like Althea's, in your case, this weapon does 2d12 damage regularly with your strength. And it does force damage as well instead of regular damage. It does use your strength to use. It is an attunement-based item. However, there's two differences between this one and Galthea's.
Okay.
The first one is the first mainline ability is that as a bonus action, you can pump 2 additional dice of this weapon. Okay, you can make this do 4d12 when you attack with it. However, you cannot do that for 1d4 turns again. And
Oh, that's disgusting.
And number 2, this is a nice little ability I like to call death. So essentially, here's what happens. If you roll a crit with this weapon, you don't do ×2 damage. You do ×4. However, once you crit, you have to roll 1d4 to see how many times till this effect recharges.
Oh.
So in this,
Bad. Oh.
so essentially, you're adding 3 max damage plus the roll.
Oh.
That is disgusting.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
There is a caveat to this weapon, however.
Okay.
In order to use these abilities, you must be in your animal form.
Okay, so I've already need to be chimeraed in order to do it. So realistically, it wouldn't happen to like the second turn order.
Pretty much. But there's a reason why you gotta build yourself up, my guy. This damage can be disgusting.
Fucking a charging fucking chimera bear with a glowing giant white great sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Prowler Domain 1v1ing. I think that's gonna be a interesting fight now.
Yeah, we all need to enlarge you as much as we can.
Do you want to know the depressing thing though?
What?
So, I imagine as well as I have to attune this as well, right?
Yes, you have to attune to this.
Here's the current problem. Brock is unfazed by all of this. He sees it. He doesn't see it very fondly. The night, I need to let you know this. You fucked this man's psyche so badly. All he sees on that blade is a family member's blood stains all over it.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm proud of myself.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same page here. But he's not in tune. He's not in tune to that. Yeah, he's curling up. He's planning to stay there for a good long while. Maybe hibernate like that, if given the chance. But out of character. Thank you, Knight. Thank you.
No problem.
In character depression. Just utter depression.
But yeah. You've written that down, by the way, have you?
Yeah, I have it down.
Good. Big boy weapon.
Oh my god. Oh, the French is sad.
What does he roll? What does he roll to check how long he has to wait for the?
He
big
rolls.
crit?
He rolls 1d4 after he essentially does his shenanigans to see how many turns it'll take before it recharges.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the real disgusting thing is, if I roll the d4 and I get ones every single time, I'm doing big boy damage all the time.
Well, it's more
That
like
is if by chance.
It'd be every other turn, not every turn.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like every other turn.
Yep. As at best, you can be doing disgusting damage every 2 turns.
I mean, if I crit, that's just 36 force automatically.
Yep.
That's just That's just too much damage in a turn.
I need to start sifting through my weapons. I kind of have too many weapons.
Yeah, but here's
Me
the interesting
too.
thing. This weapon will only activate once you pull it out. Otherwise, if you just put it in your pocket, it'll just turn into a simple handle. Same thing with you, Galthea.
Figures.
Yeah, we have essential lightsabers, my dude.
I think you've just made some people's dreams come true.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
My dream of seeing a bear with a lightsaber, that was a dream of mine.
Shane the Bear is depressed, almost as bad as Anakin.
Damn.
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
No.
But yeah. Here's the thing, there are other ways to obtain these kinds of weapons. It's just those two had the best odds in this case, despite, you know, other situations happening. Truth be told, Helios wasn't going to provide anything else for anyone else for certain weapons. He just knew if anyone would have been happy, it would have been these two who would have had this. Unless Kaket suddenly can wield a great sword and Estella knows how to hold a sword.
I figured I should
could've-
probably.
What?
I could have used it.
I just wanted to point this out, DK. I don't think it's a whole bar of platinum. I think it's half a bar.
Okay.
Yeah, it's half a bar, essentially.
Oh yeah, also I'm gonna have to leave early. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Got some stuff I need to take care of. I shall see you people later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
But yeah. But after some time, Helios basically finishes his food as you see the biggest roasted meat you will ever see in your fucking life. this big ass roasted bird. As essentially this big ass bird, as he's starting to cut things, cut the meat, and then one other thing he's starting to do is he's essentially got the variety of breads. Like, he's calling everyone down because this is a kind of hunter's hub to treat.
Find some full body for everyone, then I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I would just prepare stuff to go leave for the night to go hunt, though.
As soon as you try to leave, Helios spots you and he, like, tosses a grappling hook at you and immediately drags you in. I don't care if you basically say you can't eat or do not need it. You will eat, and that is final. He says as he, like, drags you.
I would just teleport out of his way and just continue walking off.
At what point is a counter spell enough for you?
Yeah, no, Matilda does that for you already. She does it at a high level, so you can't counterspell it. No, you can't. You can't argue with Helios. He's going to feed you. Trust me, I had to get out of my precious tower for this. Said Matilda.
I would just sit there with my hand in my head, with my blindfold still around my eyes, and I would just bend my head down.
But yeah, as you guys see, he's giving different varieties on how people can eat it. Some people are eating it with rice. Some people are eating with this soft kind of bread that looks like it's undercooked dough, but it's actually just a really soft, soft wrap-like item. Some people are basically eating it with bread into sandwiches. And he's like carving everyone's favorite meats. Like, I want the dark meat. I want the white meat. I want the fucking head. What? I'm hungry. I want the feet.
I need to watch.
Gross.
I want one of the.
So,
I want one of the wings.
as soon as you ask for one of the wings, he kind of like snaps a joint of it and then just like proceeds to give you like a chunk of the wing, since the chunk of the wing itself looks like the size of the plate.
Sounds good enough for me.
As soon as Zephyra, you sit down, you see him give it to you in the style of a bao bun. There's two different versions. One's a Taiwanese-based one, and one's a Japanese steam bun. So let me pull out what it looks like.
I would place my hand that has Ouroboros' mouth on one part, but I would just slide the rest that she doesn't want over to like either Galthea, Lornoth, or one of the others.
Basically what Zephyra is eating.
Let's see, what would Lawrence take?
That's the same thing I gave Z when I visited New York. God, those were so good.
You know what?
Ooh.
I'll take the heart.
Yeah, they were really damn good.
I'm gonna take the heart.
Why the heart?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Zephyr, did Galthea see you eat some of the food at least?
No, not at all.
She's not touching your plate.
Damn.
he's like asking how everyone wants their meats prepped, and as soon as Lauren says the heart, he's like, that's monstrous. I like it. He says as he immediately cuts into the chest cavity and like digs it out.
Bruh.
Perfectly juicy and crisp. And I know the best way to eat it. He says as he starts cutting it up for you, and he serves it with like a thing of potatoes.
Potatoes.
Like he slices the potatoes and puts them in his
Yeah.
fryer pot.
Like a lamb's heart from Red Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And-
of course, you would be you gotta eat the most monsters. Not eat the heart.
I
As-
want the heart.
As he's doing this, you